Hello everyone, good evening. So here we shall solve some more KCET previous year question on the chapter hydrocarbons. So any doubts if you have in any steps, then please write that in the comments section. We shall obviously clarify them. And also in any other chapter of chemistry, if you have more difficulty, then please mention the name of that chapter also in the comments section so that we can give more priority on it and solve more and more questions on that chapter. Also, please install our Sapience education application where we shall upload some important homework questions based on the previous year KCET exam on every chapter of chemistry, which shall be obviously helpful for our exam. So here it is said that pick out the alkane which differs from the other members of the group. So here the first one is 2-methyl butane. 2-methyl butane. So its structure is the butane structure, that is CH2, CH3. Here we have CH3. So it is 2-methyl butane. Or it is also called as isopentane. Isopentane. And in the second one, it is told 2,2-dimethyl butane. 2,2,2,2 dimethyl butane. CH3, CH3, then here CH, here CH3, here CH3. This is 2,2-dimethyl butane. So, okay. So it has got 6 carbons. And the third one, it is 2,2-dimethyl propane. 2,2-dimethyl propane, whose structure is like this. CS3, which is also called as neopentane. And fourth one is pentane, or I can say N N-pentane, which is 5 carbons, CH2 whole thrice, CH3. So here it has got 5 carbons. It also has got 5 carbons. So the molecular formulas of the first one, third one, and the fourth one, it is C5H12 only. So these three are the isomers of N-pentane. So the second one is not the isomer of pentane. So hence this alkane differs from the other members of the group. So the second one is the, so option 2 is the correct answer. Then here it is told the general formula of a cycloalkane is. So the general formula of a cycloalkane, that is CnH2n. So option 3 is the correct answer. A- And the formula of only alkane, or I can say open chain alkane, that will be CnH2n plus 2. But for cycloalkane, it is CnH2n. Then it is told in acetylene molecule in between the carbon atoms. So acetylene, or it is also called as ethine. So its structure is like this, C2H2. So in between the two carbon atoms, here we have one sigma bond and two pi bonds. Two pi bonds. So it means option 3 is the correct answer. Here it is told according to Beer strain theory, which is highly stable. So for for cyclopentane, for cyclopentane, the internal bond angle, the internal bond angle, bond angle, which is the carbon carbon bond angle. This one is 108 degrees, which is closest to, which is very close to the bond angle in a tetrahedral structure, which is very close to the bond angle in case of tetrahedral structure, which is 109.5 degrees. So in case of tetrahedral structure, the bond angle is 109.5 degrees, which is closest to 108 degrees. So according to Baer strain theory, cyclopentane will have the least angle strain. So according to the Baer's strain theory, the cyclopentane will have the least angle strain, So cyclopentane is the most stable. So cyclopentane is the most stable, which is according to the Baer strain theory. So option 3 is the correct answer. Then here it is said that um, identify the product Y in the following reaction sequence. Identify the product Y in the reaction sequence. So here the reactant is CH2, CH2, COO, then Ca, CH2, CH2, COO, Ca, which is actually called as CH2, CH2 whole twice, CO whole twice Ca. Okay. So when it is heated, then it produces the compound X, which is cyclopentanone. It will produce sorry, it will produce cyclopentanone. And when, which is the compound X, and when it is reacted with zinc amalgam with HCl in the presence of heat, then it will produce the compound Y, which is cyclopentane. Simply it will remove the double bond with oxygen. Since why the rule is that there's when zinc amalgam is used with HCl, then it reduces the CO bond, the CO group with the CH2 group. So hence here simply it will reduce this oxygen with H2. So cyclopentane will be formed as the product Y. So option 3 is the correct answer. And here it is told which cycloalkane has the lowest heat of combustion per CH2 group. So cyclohexane will have the lowest heat of combustion per CH2 group. Since why? When we have a 6 carbon ring, cyclohexane has got a 6 carbon ring, and cyclopropane has got 3 carbon ring, which has got high angle strain, so it is very less stable. Cyclobutane, it has 4 carbon ring, and cyclopentane has got 5 carbon ring. So now, since cyclopentane, it is a very stable ring according to the Baer strain theory, it has got very less angle strain. So cyclopentane is very stable, so it will have very high heat of combustion per CH2 group. It will have high enthalpy of combustion per per CH2 group. And since cyclohexane is less stable, so it will have the less and so it is also less stable than cyclopropane also, so it will have the least heat of combustion per CH2 group. So option 4 is the correct answer. Then it is told a gas decolorized by KMnO4 solution but gives no precipitate with ammonical Q plus chloride is. Now, if we take ethane, ethane will not react with alcoholic KMnO4 since it has got no unsaturation. Since ethane and methane, they will not de decolorize KMnO4 since only unsaturated alkanes will decolorize KMnO4. So ethane and methane, they are saturated hydrocarbons. So saturated hydrocarbons, so they will not decolorize KMnO4. So only ethene or acetylene can decolorize KMnO4. But here, when ammonical cuprous chloride, when ammonical cuprous chloride Cu2Cl2 is used, then it will form precipitate. Then it will form precipitate only if it is an alkene. Only if it is alkene, and alkyne will not react with ammonical Cu2Cl2, and so it will not not form precipitate with alkyne. So it means that acetylene should not be the gas. So acetylene will not be the answer since acetylene means ethyne. It has got a triple bond, so it is an alkyne. So it will not react with ammonical cuprous chloride. So the only answer should be ethene. Since why? When we take ethene, which is CH2, CH2 double bond CH2, so it will react with H2O in the presence of nascent oxygen. So this nascent oxygen is pro provided by alcoholic um, no, with alkaline KMnO4. It is given by alkaline KMnO4 solution. Since KMnO4 is a very good oxidizing agent, so it will give nascent oxygen, and this alkene will be oxidized to alcohol. So it will be oxidized to vicinal diols. Vicinal diol. So hence the alkaline KMnO4 is decolorized. So it means that KMnO4 is decolorized. And um, and as we have said that alkene, so it will form precipitate with Cu2Cl2. So it means that ethene will obviously form precipitate with ammonical cuprous chloride. So the option 3 is the correct answer, which is ethene. And here it is told household gaseous fuel LPG mainly contains. Household gaseous fuel mainly contains butane. LPG mainly contains L LPG full form is liquefied petroleum gas, which mainly contains butane, whose whose molecular formula is C4H10. So option 4 is the correct answer. So hope all of you have understood the solutions of all these questions on the chapter hydrocarbons on the previous year KCET exam. So still any doubts if you have, then please write that in the comments section. We shall obviously clarify them. And also please install our Sapience education application, in which we shall upload some important questions based on the previous year KCET exam, which shall be obviously helpful for your exam. So thank you everyone. Bye.